Mustapha. Meadowbank WHARF to get better security facilities after presidential visit. Contract to be awarded soon for reconstruction of North RUIMVELDT Secondary School. And US $100 million PEGASUS Suites and Conference Center opens. Now for the news in detail. The APNU-AFC opposition has tabled a motion in the National Assembly for the first salaries of public servants to be paid to them 1 month after they have been on the job, rather than after 3 months on the job, as is the case currently. However, you will hear in this Vanu Manikchand report that while the government side agreed that this issue needs to be fixed, it was argued that the payment should be amended to reasonable time because of the administrative process involved. Let's have a look.
The motion was tabled by Opposition Member of Parliament Tabitha Sarabo-Haley during Thursday's sitting of the National Assembly. It seeks to have the government ensure that public servants receive their first paycheck no more than 1 month after the commencement of their employment in the public sector. Sarabo-Haley, a former public service minister, outlined the need for this to be changed given the rising cost of living and other difficulties Guyanese are facing.
Guyana may be the only country who consistently has it as an unwritten policy that public servants must learn to live with waiting months for a paycheck. So the state has access to the necessary resources required to figure out best practices that exist in other countries to better what we have here as a country. To not think of this as a political issue, but the recognition that public servants require more, deserve more, and should get more from the state and from us in this National Assembly.
The government's side, which has a one-seat majority, agrees that this issue is one that needs to be fixed. But Public Service Minister Sonia Parag countered the opposition's motion, asking that it be amended to show that the public servants receive their first paycheck within a reasonable time after receiving their employment contract.
This government does not want to see public servants waiting 3 months to be paid. They do not want to even see public servants wait for 2 months to be paid. Mr. Speaker, there is a process in place that if you are on a new employment list or recruitment and has to go through a process, that first of all, the agency has to submit your name. That has to be done in a timely manner. There are credentials and other documents that have to be submitted by a new public servant or someone who's entering the public service, and you have to get those documents also within a timely manner through multiple agencies. So when you get to the Ministry of Public Service, you go through several agencies before you get there. And what is a fact, Mr. Speaker and honorable members, for your information, is that even when persons are waiting for their approval, agencies such as the regional bodies and other ministries would pay an advance. They will place them on a temporary employment so that they can be paid while waiting. Every public servant that has come to the Ministry of Public Service, we have tried within a timely manner to be able to get those persons their salaries. That obviously involves a multi-agency collaboration. And I take offense to everything that has been said, because this government, whether be it public servants, whether be it farmers, whether be it the vulnerable groups, the senior citizens, the young children, this government from day one has been in all of the regions and villages of this country trying to assist and have been assisting.
Reporting for the Evening News, Vanu Manikchand.
Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustapha has disclosed that some $400 million has been earmarked for the relocation of the Guyana Sugar Corporation's packaging plant to Albion in Region 6. In this report, you will hear that this new modern facility, which will cost approximately $1.9 billion, would allow for more sugar to be packaged to meet demands. Shane Marks has the details.
In this year's budget, $400 million has been allocated to commence the movement of the plant, and it's public knowledge that the plant will be moved to Albion And we'll have a bigger and much modernized plant at Albion to cater for more production of sugar in GUYSUCO.
That was Agriculture Minister Zulfikar responding to a question from opposition MP Tabitha Sarabu Ali during Thursday's sitting of the National Assembly. The GUYSUCO packaging plant is being relocated from Enmore, East Coast, Damawara, whereas the facility there is being transformed into a modern oilfield service center and manufacturing facility. According to Mustafa, the new packaging plant at Albion will cater for the production of more packaged sugar, which is currently in demand.
The estimated cost is approximately $1.9 billion for this plant at Albion. And as I said, this will be a modernized plant where we'll be producing and packaging more sugar there, because what we have found out that the packaged sugar is in demand in our country.
The Enmore packaging plant was closed under the previous APNU-AFC administration and was restarted in October 2020 by the PPPC government. MP Sarabu Ali asked about money spent on the facility since its opening.
$4.59 million was expended in that year, and the breakdown was employment costs, 42 workers who were placed on the breadline and who were dismissed by the APNU-AFC. We rehired them in October of 2020, and employment cost was $1.56 million, and material cost was $3.03 million, totaling $4.59 million in 2020, October to December. The full year 2021, $47.99 million was allocated to employment costs. Material costs amounted to $46.9 million, giving us a total of $94.95 million. And from January to April of 2022, $15.8 million was allocated to employment costs, $0.39 million was allocated to material costs, and outside services amounted to $0.01 million, giving you a total of $16.28 million.
A lot of monies were spent between 2020 and 2022 on the packaging plant at Enmore. And what you're saying now that it will cost $1.9 billion to have it established in Albion. The question, because you're saying it's usually a multi-year project and you're projecting on all of that, won't it have been better for the Ministry of Agriculture to recognize that in 2020 instead of injecting monies in 2020 and 2021 into Enmore just to break it down, then to carry it to Albion? That is what I'm asking.
Thank you, Honorable Member.
Mr. Speaker, probably the Honorable Member didn't comprehend what I said. I said that the money did not use to enhance and expand the plant at Enmore. The money was used for two things, for material costs and employment costs. Right? In the planning and restructuring of GUYSUCO, we have decided to move the plant from Enmore to Albion, because Albion is a premier estate in this country and is earmarked to produce more sugar, or the largest amount of sugar in our country. That is the reason we are moving the plant from Enmore to Albion. And as I said, that we have not used a cent to do enhancement work or expansion work on the plant. Thank you.
Shane Marks, The Evening News.
The Meadowbank Wharf will soon be outfitted with better amenities, and security would have a permanent presence there following direct instruction from President Dr. Irfan Ali when he visited the facility on Thursday. Here are the details from Rupa Sinarain.
Before daybreak, President Dr. Irfan Ali led a team down to the Meadowbank Wharf, Georgetown, after he received complaints surrounding the working conditions at the facility.
I wanted to understand the issues myself. I wanted to be out here in the working environment to understand the challenges that they are faced with in the environment that they operate in. So that is why I decided to come this morning so early, so that I can interact with them. I can actually see physically the challenges that they're faced with, and there are a number of challenges that they have here from a construction perspective.
Immediately, intervention was solicited, requesting the Agriculture Ministry to deploy a task force to remedy some of the occupational woes. Additionally, a permanent security presence is to be employed as authorities work on a developmental plan for the area.
We'll have to work immediately on establishing a permanent presence here to support the industry here, looking at some lighting facilities, washroom facilities, and water, and then look at a more holistic development plan for the area. Because this is an area that serves a major part of the city and beyond in terms of retail and wholesale aspect of the fisheries business.
Moreover, the Guyanese head of state underscored that the fisheries industry is critical to Guyana's economy and the sustenance of jobs.
The fisheries industry is critical to Guyana. The fishing industry is a very important part of our overall social and economic development. Just as sugar is important, bauxite, all things are very important. Fisheries is critically important. It supports thousands of jobs. It supports thousands of truck drivers, the ice houses, the boat operators. So it is critical, and we are working on supporting this industry, building capacity, improving to support the global phenomenon of climate change.
He contended that his administration is making such efforts to effect sustainable operations and a stable production environment. Rupa Sinarayan, The Evening News.
As Guyana continues to attract investors from across the globe, it has been revealed that several multinational companies are interested in setting up their corporate headquarters on local shores. Amar Prasad reports.
President Dr. Irfan Ali, while attending the opening of the new US $100 million Pegasus Suites and Conference Center, revealed that his government is in discussions with 5 major companies that are interested in setting up corporate headquarters in Guyana.
People are looking and listening. They read our newspapers, they listen to conversation, and they make business decisions. As I speak to you, we have at least 5 huge multinationals operating in the region that are actively considering bringing their headquarters to Guyana. These are no longer dreams. These are things that are actively in the pipeline. Once those type of decisions are made, these type of investment becomes more and more justifiable.
No other details on the multinational firms were divulged, but President Ali spoke broadly of his government's developmental plans, particularly its push on ecotourism. He noted that the administration is working on launching a night safari which would utilize Guyana's natural rainforests. He said that activity would be the first of its kind in the region. The president emphasized that these are the types of transformational projects that will make the difference, as he urged members of the private sector to put their heads together and come up with a solution for sustainable air travel options. Moreover, the Guyanese leader made it clear that his government is committed to continue to develop Guyana to eventually become a country that is second to none.
We are going to do it. We're going to build a country second to none, and we're going to show the world that Guyana 2030 is a place every citizen would want. There is absolutely no barrier. We should pray to remove whatever comes from the unseen world. There is absolutely no barrier, whether it be political, social, economic, global, that can stop us from changing this country to a place that we will all be proud of.
For the Evening News, Amar Prasad.
Coming up, be true patriots, President Ali tells over 60 new GDF recruits and 80 new COVID cases detected. Do stay with us. More news ahead.
We asked 2 families, which antibacterial soap do you buy?
Any. They're all the same.
I always buy Protex.
And why is that?
Because Protex reinvented antibacterial soaps. Its formula is fortified with flaxseed oil to boost your skin's natural antibacterial defenses.
And it keeps on working throughout the day.
Wow. Can I have a Protex?
Naturally.
Protex, for the good health of the skin.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
Official sponsors of the International Building Expo 2022.
With unlimited games to choose from, you can be a winner with SuperBet. Choose from our virtual sports, live betting, sports betting, live roulette, and much more. Place your bets at www.superbet.gy or visit any one of our agents. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 and over. Play responsibly.
Official sponsors of the International Building Expo 2022.
Welcome back. You're watching the Evening News. Just over 1 year after fire destroyed the North REINVELDT Multilateral School, government is expected to award a contract to reconstruct the building located on Mandela Avenue. This was revealed by Education Minister Priya Manikchand in the National Assembly today. Shane Marks has the details.
Education Minister Priya Manikchand made this disclosure while responding to questions posed by Opposition Member of Parliament Natasha Singh Lewis.
Can the Minister of Education indicate when would the reconstruction of the North REINVELDT Secondary School commence?
Honorable Minister of Education.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The advertisement for inviting all the world to bid for the construction of the school was in the newspapers. That process closed on the 23rd of June. It's currently being evaluated by the National Procurement and Tender Board in accordance with the procurement laws of the country. And as soon as that is done, the expected next step would be for whoever wins the award to enter into a contract with the government of Guyana and then commence reconstruction of the school.
Additionally, the opposition MP further asked the Education Minister about plans to replace the various facilities at the school, such as the smart classroom, the information technology room, the library, the technical drawing and architecture room that were all destroyed in the fire.
I'm very glad that the member asked. The first smart classroom this country ever saw was at the North REINVELDT Secondary School, Multilateral School, in 2014. Thereafter, this House knows on the record that the APNUAFC had said that they built and installed 11 smart classrooms in the country. And we have since shown, both by evidence, the schools being without, as well as head teachers, parents, and students saying that none of those were ever installed. So sadly, when we left one smart classroom in the country at the North REINVELDT Multilateral School, and the APNUAFC was unable to add to that. So we would be happy to replace the smart classroom The building that will be going up will take into consideration the replacement of and addition to all the facilities, all that were mentioned by the honorable member in that new building. Additionally, even as we speak, to be able to cater for the students who are being educated in the premises that have not been destroyed, libraries and computer labs are up and working.
On June 19, 2021, a fire broke out in the main section of the North RUIMVELT Multilateral School and destroyed the entire first floor, while damages were caused to other areas. The Guyana Fire Service had determined that a faulty electrical point was the cause of the blaze. Only on Wednesday, another school in Georgetown, the St. George's Secondary, was also gutted by fire. Shane Marks, The Evening News.
Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Dr. Irfan Ali, on Wednesday advised over 60 new officers of the Guyana Defense Force that their conduct in and out of uniform would determine the respect they are given. Luanda McAllister tells us more.
Some 27 GDF ranks successfully completed the Standard Officer Course number 53, while another 40 completed the Reserve Officer Course number 17. They were decorated with their new badges of rank by President Ali during the commissioning parade at the Drill Square Base Camp Ghana in Georgetown. During his feature address, the Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces, President Dr. Irfan Ali, pointed out that since taking office, he has read about disturbing and unacceptable incidents involving serving members of the force. As such, he underscored the importance of displaying qualities that could be attributed to leaders which they would have learned during the training courses.
To lead is to lead by example and not only by fiat. I urge you, be mindful of the example which you set as officers. Your conduct in and out of uniform will impact on the respect and regard which others will have for you, your families, and the institution which you represent. It will have bearing on your success. Discipline is a key to success in military affairs. The need for discipline cannot be overemphasized.
The head of state went on to note that discipline was the key to success in military affairs, and this could not be overemphasized. He added that personal discipline is even more vitally important, telling the ranks that if they brought disrepute to themselves, ultimately the image of the organization they serve would be impacted.
I urge you to learn from the mistakes. I urge you to be the best of examples. I urge you to be the best of leaders, to exhibit the leadership qualities that has been instilled in you, to be steadfast and strong in standing up for the principles that you have learned, to withstand any storm that may come your way in defense of what is right, in defense of honor, in defense of dignity, and in defense of this beautiful land we call home.
Luanda McAllister for the Evening News.
The U.S. $100 million PEGASUS Suites and Conference Center was last evening officially opened to the public and is expected to be one of the newest driving forces behind the country's tourism sector. Amar Prasad has this story.
Chairman of Pegasus Hotel Robert Badal, the man behind the US $100 million Pegasus Suites and Conference Center, describes the project as one of the most difficult projects he has ever undertaken. The difficulty in bringing it to fruition ranged from the complexity of the engineering and implementing systems, which meet American and European building codes, to the issues he faced with procurement due to the disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. According to Badal, this project was conceptualized based on the direction Guyana is going and the President's vision.
It's a direct reaction to the vision of our President, Dr. Ali, in his quest to bring about transformational change not only in the oil sector, but also in the housing, in the agricultural sector. And that vision he has taken and very actively on both the national and international stage. And we must be thankful for that, because what it has created a new wave of optimism in Guyana now, where every day you see, or every week, a new hotel being launched. Every month, somebody coming in to prospect, to see what they can do in Guyana. So we applaud the leadership of our president in this effort.
The 12-story building contains 100 executive suites. The development brings Pegasus Hotel's total room inventory to 230, containing rooms ranging from standard to deluxe. Delivering the feature address at the opening ceremony, President Dr. Irfan Ali issued a call for the people to be unified. He noted that Guyana is on an upward trajectory and persons must be more patriotic in how they speak about the country. He affirmed that, in his own way, he would continue to reach out and build bridges for a One Guyana.
This investment should be an inspiration to the naysayers. It must be an inspiration to the naysayers. I am sure, the truth be told, Priya can document to you how many negative comments they might have had compared to the positive comments. But you know what? Perseverance, commitment to a cause and a vision, the generation of ideas, the embracing those ideas and believing that it can happen and it will happen are traits that are not easily earned. Unfortunately, you can't be a naysayer and have these traits.
For the evening news, Amar Prasad.
Within the last 24 hours, the country has recorded 80 new cases of the novel coronavirus, taking the total positives detected to date to 69,252. There are 32 persons hospitalized, 5 of whom are in the ICU, while 866 are in home isolation. 5 persons are in institutional quarantine, while the recovery stands at 67,081. The country's death toll remains 1,268. And now for a look at the bridge reports.
There will be no closure of the Demerara Harbour Bridge on Friday, July 22nd. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is scheduled to be closed on Friday, July 22nd at 11 hours 45 for a period of 1.5 hours.
Puran wants West Indies to fight as First India ODI bowls off tomorrow, and CWSS North Rheinveld secure Milo semi spots. Details of these stories in the Sportcast, sponsored by MacCorp, coming up on the other side of the break.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
Miners, welders, and contractors. Have broken parts caused you tremendous downtime? Do you need an extra heavy-duty, dependable welding machine that will get the toughest jobs done and can also double as a generator to power all of your tools? Well, your #1 industrial solutions provider Sylvies has you covered. We currently have in stock the Hobart Champion Elite Arc Welder and Generator. This capable electric start generator produces up to 11,000 watts of AC power to run tools, work lights, or backup power during an outage. It can simultaneously deliver 150 amps weld output and 8,000 watts of generator power and can run up to 14 hours on one 12-gallon tank of gas. This portable generator handles mild steel, stainless steel, and cast iron with a maximum thickness of ½ inch in a single pass. So what are you waiting for? If you can't make it to our 31 High and Hatfield Streets Georgetown location, we can deliver. Give us a call on 227-6226 or WhatsApp us on 623-7755 or visit our website sylviesonline.com. Sylvies Industrial Solution, proudly serving Guyana for over 4 decades.
official sponsors of the International Building Expo 2022. Official sponsors of the International Building Expo 2022.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's waste management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanups, or construction sites. It's simple. Step 1, just pick up the phone and give us a call. Step 2, we deliver the skip bin size of your choice. Step 3, load the skip with all of your junk. And finally, step 4, we take it all away. It's that simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there's no job that's too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455 or 218-1150.
Official sponsors of the International Building Expo 2022.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Satco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store, located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site RUIMVELDT.
Traveling soon? Then come into John Lewis Styles on Waterloo Street and let's help you choose the right set of luggage. You can choose to buy 3-piece luggage sets or separate pieces, but the sets are always a better deal. Either available in soft poly or ABS hard side material, with 4-wheeled spinners, and in many colors too. Also available are carry-on luggage, computer bags, duffel bags, backpacks, travel pillows, blankets, and lots more to make your trip enjoyable. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Ultra Lubricants, the leading lubricants for tropical conditions, has been serving you for over 40 years, extending the life cycle of your vehicle's engine by protecting it from wear and corrosion, removes impurities, and reducing frequent vehicle oil changes. Ultra Lubricants is for every market, from two-wheel light vehicle to trucks, construction, agriculture equipment, mining activities, and boating. Ultra Lubricants, world-class lubricants for tropical conditions, distributed by Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., and available nationwide.